Syrian President Bashar al-Assad flees amid a major rebel offensive. The war in Europe escalates with rising casualties and calls for a ceasefire. A mysterious disease in Central Africa spreads among children. Mystery drones have been sighted over New Jersey. And a powerful solar flare highlights the risks of grid disruptions. Welcome to Preppers News from Preppers Paradigm. Today is December 12, 2024, and we're bringing you the latest global developments that preppers need to know. These stories have significant implications for global stability, health, and preparedness strategies. As always, I use a computer-generated voice due to an injury that affects my ability to speak clearly. But rest assured, the information is real and thoroughly researched. Let's get into this week's Preppers News. Syrian President Bashar al-Assad has fled the country following a major offensive by opposition forces, including Hayat Tahrir al-Sham. The rebel coalition, supported by defecting elements of the Syrian military, successfully captured Damascus after weeks of intense fighting. Assad's departure marks a significant turning point in the country's long-standing civil war, raising questions about Syria's future. In the wake of Assad's flight to Moscow, Israel has conducted over 350 airstrikes targeting Syrian military installations. Israeli officials claim these operations aim to prevent advanced weaponry from falling into the hands of extremist groups that could exploit the growing power vacuum. The airstrikes have further destabilized the region, compounding the uncertainty surrounding Syria's future governance. The removal of Assad's regime leaves Syria in a precarious position. The power vacuum could lead to increased influence by extremist groups, further internal strife, and even regional conflicts as neighboring countries vie for strategic influence. This instability could result in increased displacement, triggering a new wave of refugees and humanitarian crises. Instability in the Middle East has the potential to disrupt energy markets, drive up fuel prices, and strain international resources. Monitoring the situation closely is essential to understanding its potential ripple effects on global stability and preparedness needs. The conflict between Ukraine and Russia continues to escalate, with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky reporting significant casualties on the front line. Heavy fighting has been concentrated around key regions, with both sides sustaining substantial losses. Meanwhile, international calls for a ceasefire are growing louder, urging an immediate end to hostilities. The prolonged conflict is placing increasing strain on European economies. Rising energy prices, ongoing disruptions to supply chains, and the challenges of supporting millions of displaced people are weighing heavily on the region. NATO allies have reaffirmed their commitment to Ukraine, providing military aid and economic support, but divisions are beginning to surface as the war drags on. With no clear resolution in sight, the war in Europe risks further escalation. Potential developments include increased military operations, heightened cyber attacks, and broader geopolitical tensions. If NATO countries become more directly involved, the conflict could take on a new and more dangerous dimension. Energy shortages, inflation, and supply chain vulnerabilities are direct consequences of the ongoing crisis. Staying informed about the conflict is crucial to anticipating its broader impacts and adapting preparedness strategies accordingly. The mysterious illness in the Democratic Republic of Congo continues to raise concerns, with recent updates suggesting a possible link to malaria. Laboratory testing of 12 samples from affected individuals revealed that 10 tested positive for malaria. However, the World Health Organization cautions that other pathogens may also be involved, and further investigations are ongoing. Adding to the urgency, 2 travelers from the DRC were hospitalized in Italy with flu-like symptoms after arriving from affected areas. Both patients have since recovered, but their samples are being analyzed to determine if their illnesses are connected to the outbreak in the DRC. The possibility of international spread remains a concern for health authorities. If malaria is confirmed as the primary cause, the outbreak may be easier to manage with targeted treatment and prevention strategies. However, the potential involvement of multiple pathogens complicates the situation, raising the risk of further spread within and beyond the region. International travel cases, like those in Italy, demonstrate the importance of monitoring and rapid response to emerging health threats. For preppers, this serves as a stark reminder of how quickly health crises can evolve and cross borders. Staying updated on developments and understanding how such outbreaks could impact travel, healthcare systems, and resource availability is key to preparedness. Recently, numerous reports have emerged of unidentified drones operating over New Jersey, including near sensitive military installations such as the Picatinny Arsenal and President-elect Donald Trump's golf course in Bedminster. These drones, described as larger and louder than typical hobbyist models, have raised concerns among residents and officials. Speculation about the origin of these drones has been widespread. Representative Jeff Van Drew suggested they might be launched from an Iranian mothership off the U.S. East Coast, a claim the Pentagon has firmly denied, stating there is no evidence of such activity by a foreign adversary. The FBI is actively investigating the sightings, but has yet to determine the drone's origin or purpose. Local authorities have noted that the drones often operate with lights off and in a coordinated manner, making them difficult to detect and raising concerns about potential security threats. If the source of these drones remains unidentified, it could lead to increased security measures, including potential restrictions on airspace and enhanced surveillance. The uncertainty surrounding their origin and intent may prompt legislative action to address gaps in drone regulation and counter-drone capabilities. Powerful X-class solar flare erupted from the sun earlier this week, causing radio blackouts over parts of southern Africa. This event serves as a stark reminder of the risks posed by coronal mass ejections, or CMEs, to modern infrastructure. While this particular flare caused minimal disruption, larger events have the potential to severely impact power grids, communication systems, and satellite operations worldwide. CMEs are bursts of solar plasma and magnetic fields that, when directed toward Earth, can induce geomagnetic storms. These storms can disrupt critical systems, including GPS, telecommunications, and even the electrical grid. Scientists have long warned that the increasing reliance on technology makes societies more vulnerable to the effects of space weather events. As the sun approaches the peak of its 11-year solar cycle, the likelihood of more frequent and intense solar flares increases. A major CME could result in widespread power outages and significant disruptions to daily life. Recovery from such an event could take weeks or even months, depending on the severity and location of the impact. This week's global developments highlight the unpredictable nature of the world we live in. From Assad's departure and the growing instability in Syria to the escalating conflict in Europe, the mystery disease in the Democratic Republic of Congo, strange drones over New Jersey, and the risks posed by solar flares, each event underscores the interconnectedness of global threats. For preppers, these stories serve as a reminder of the importance of staying informed and adaptable. Geopolitical instability can disrupt energy markets. Emerging diseases can strain healthcare systems, and natural phenomena like CMEs can impact critical infrastructure. Understanding how these scenarios might unfold is key to navigating potential challenges. What are your thoughts on this week's stories? Which global threats concern you the most? And how are you preparing for them? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates. Thanks for watching Prepper's Paradigm. Stay safe, stay informed, and stay prepared.